All right, y'all. We have a lot to cover and not a lot of time to waste. Let's get into it.
Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
Ooh, what's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and I am Black with another BusyBlu and Associates morning meeting. Make sure that you like, you comment, and you subscribe. Here at BusyBlu and Associates morning meeting is where you all work for me, and I talk about hot topics, gossip, and news that I think is interesting. And if you think that you have something interesting, you can always send it to me at BusyBlu, no space, no E, on Instagram and on Twitter. The way that you get credit for today is to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Director Busy. Whenever you're watching this from, wherever you're watching this from. As you all can see, there is no breakfast this morning. I'm actually kind of disappointed. So make sure that you take out your BusyBlu and Associates morning meeting notebook, an official pen. And we're gonna get into a couple of things. Let me say good morning to the people who are here. What's up, Kimmy Boo? Hey, Lil Durham. Good morning, Angel. Hey, Pam. Good morning, James Johnson. All right, y'all. So, good morning, Lauren Christie. Let's start by this. Y'all know we had our end of the year because now we're going into people who are going to be bringing their children to school. So, we try to have to do a pre-Labor Day party, and we had our pre-Labor Day party yesterday. And things got a little bit out of hand. Okay, so I'm just going to show some of the video footage from yesterday. And that's why we don't have breakfast. And I think we're going to stop this pre-Labor Day party because we have a couple of individuals who don't know how to act. Okay? And it's not fair of us to have to work around these scoundrels, disrespectful individuals. And we did have to fire some of the serving staff, as well as a couple of individuals are now put on administrative leave. So viewer discretion is advised. As you can see, we did have someone who was supposed to be serving the food, but one of the employees got a little bit more handsy and grabby. And we had to, let me turn this down for copyright infringement purposes. He got a little handsy, a little grabby. And we see a couple of individuals in the back, very shocked, not sure what's going on. They started to do this tie-up act, this tie-up trick. It got a little too handsy grabby, as you all can see here. I am appalled that not enough employees have stepped in. As you can see, the bumping and the grinding, very disrespectful. We heard that some of the children did come in from the children's unit and saw it at this time. We did not know what to do. So this was just at the pre-Labor Day party for the company. That server, that company will not be working with us anymore. And that the individual, that employee, we know he's one of your faves. He is now been put on administrative leave. We won't be serving people like that anymore. This is not the best way to do that. So very disturbing footage. Very disturbing footage. And I apologize for everybody who was involved in putting on the event. Y'all worked very hard. We had a very luxurious budget of $110. And you all put on an amazing show. You all really cranked down so what you can get. I heard that a couple of people had to put their homes up and go against their mortgages and their cars and stuff just to make sure that event was as great as it could be. You really stepped up to the plate. But it seems as if some people like to take advantage of what is going on. So sorry about that. Now let's get into some of the, like I said all the time, here at BusyBlu and Associates, we want to make sure that you utilize your right to vote. We're not telling you who to vote for. We're just making sure that you utilize your right, your civic duty to go out and vote. Find the person who really relates to you and things that are important to you and your family and your surroundings. And then vote for what's best for you. I'm going to just share a couple of clips that I saw online today around voting in some of the candidates. Here's the first one, which I thought was very disturbing, only because I know someone who their family members went into. Oh yeah, and can someone put in the comments where they can go to register to vote and get their voting information, and then we'll make sure to pin that at the top. I found this very disturbing because I know someone who regularly goes to the Arlington Cemetery to pay their respects to one of their family members, and then just to in a form of remembrance. So this was a little tacky to me. And then there's news coming out around what was said after. I just y'all watch it.
Why was Trump allowed to be there? It turns out he wasn't. Donald Trump was in Section 60 of Arlington National Cemetery doing these photo ops, and apparently some of his campaign staff ended up getting into an altercation with one of the Arlington Cemetery's employees. Yeah, as if this whole thing wasn't pathetic enough, they assaulted Arlington National Cemetery employee and went ahead and did it anyway, because that's what Trump does. When he's told no, that's against the rules, he says, I don't care, and he does it anyway. So it was two men from Donald Trump's campaign staff that had the verbal and physical altercation with the Arlington National Cemetery staff member. A source with knowledge of the incident said the cemetery official tried to prevent Trump staffers from filming and photographing in a section where recent U.S. casualties were buried. The source said Arlington officials had made clear that only cemetery staff members would be authorized to take photographs or film in the area known as Section 60. So Stephen Chung from Trump's campaign strongly rejected the notion of a physical altercation, saying that we are prepared to release footage if such defamatory claims are made. The fact is that a private photographer was permitted on the premises, and for whatever reason, an unnamed individual, clearly suffering from a mental health episode, decided to physically block members of President Trump's team during a very solemn ceremony. Trump's campaign declined to make the footage available. But in a statement to NPR, Arlington National Cemetery said it can confirm there was an incident and a report was filed. And for those of you who don't know, this is a federal law that prohibits political campaign or election-related activities within Army National Military Cemeteries, to include photographers, content creators, or any other persons attending for purposes or in direct support of a partisan political candidate's campaign. Arlington National Cemetery reinforced and widely shared this law and its prohibitions with all participants. So once again,
can you imagine like your family member's tombstone, gravesite, just being used for public consumption for a political campaign? Y'all just went there to, y'all miss your Uncle Johnny. He really fought for the country. And he did, what he could, and then y'all go there regularly to pay your respects, and then here you go have Donald Trump stomp all over it, recording it, so that he can win. I just can't. I mean, I don't like cemeteries. That's not my thing. Y'all gonna have to burn BusyBlu. Okay, you have to burn direct to Busy. Cremate me, girl. I don't want nobody walking over me. Okay. I'm 6'3". Can you imagine me trying to look up at somebody? I don't want anybody looking down at me. Okay. Even when I'm cremated, I want my urn to be high so I can look down at the grass. See what's going on. Don't you ever think that you could look up at me? I mean, that you could look down at me. But can you imagine your family members, friends? They're just their sites being stomped on and videotaped for a public consumption for political campaigns. Girl, if you don't go away from me with this, you vote for our country and this is what you're doing, I can't.
Again, Donald Trump is showing you that he doesn't think that rules apply to him. He's also showing us that he really doesn't give a flying about military, respecting veterans, respecting those who have given their lives for our country. Where was he the last 2 years? Why is this just happening now? And why is it that he can't take responsibility for anything that he did that led to those people losing their lives? Why was it only 3 families there and not all 13? Like, why does he keep getting away with this crap? I'm so glad he got indicted again today. So for those of you in the back, Donald Trump doesn't give a flying about veterans. He doesn't care about those who have given their lives for our country. And at the end of the day, he doesn't care about America or Americans. Get it yet?
Some of them don't, some of them won't. They wouldn't, and they never will. He was indicted again today for the January 6th insurrection. I don't have all of the knowledge and information about that, so I'm not going to speak on something I don't know. I don't have all of the information yet, but I did wake up this morning and see that there was another indictment for January 6th. But outside of that, I cannot imagine somebody using my family's death that was caused by that president as a photo op. We mourn that, our family member regularly. We want to make sure that we, pay our respects to the country because that's what they did when they're dying. And then here you got the former president doing this. Hey, y'all. This one right here died for me. It's just disrespectful. It's just disgusting. Now I don't have a lot of family members in the military that we are not one of those families, but I do know a lot of families who I do have family members like that. Their granddaddy was in it, their dad was in it, their great granddaddy, everybody was in it. My mama raised me, girl. This country did not fight for you, and you will not fight for it. Okay. That's just how she raised me. Now I'm fighting for the country all the time. But just in a different way. We all have our form of fighting. That being said, let's go into Plies talking, because I don't know, it's something about a black man standing up for black women. But then also just talking about politics. I don't know. It's something about it. I don't know. I ain't never been attracted to the bussy baby until now. But since we talked about Trump stomping all over people that he put into war and then they were murdered, let's listen to what Plies got to say today. This is Plies' message of the day.
It's real motherfucking simple with me. Until Kamala Harris go to jail, until Kamala Harris become a convicted felon, until Kamala Harris file motherfucking bankruptcy 6 times, her and her company, until Kamala Harris is impeached twice, until Kamala Harris is indicted 4 motherfucking times, until Kamala Harris is found liable for sexual abuse, until Kamala Harris is found guilty of motherfucking fraud and got to pay $300 and some motherfucking million, until Kamala Harris start a motherfucking insurrection, until Kamala Harris try to overthrow a motherfucking election, until Kamala Harris is married 3 motherfucking times, until Kamala Harris have 5 kids from 3 different motherfucking men, until Kamala Harris do any of that, she's a better motherfucking candidate to me. Now you do whatever you want to do with your motherfucking vote. But I'm not voting for no motherfucking rich white man to be able to do whatever the fuck he want to do. I'm just not doing it. I don't hate motherfucking women that much. And I damn sure don't hate a black woman that much. So you can vote for a motherfucking AKA, or you can vote for the motherfucking KKK. You vote for whatever motherfucking K you want to motherfucking vote for. That's your motherfucking business. But Trump been telling you since 2017, he gonna show you that motherfucking healthcare plan. Has he shown you yet? He been telling you since 2017 that motherfucker coming in 2 weeks. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be beautiful. Has he showed you yet? He told you he's gonna overturn motherfucking Obamacare. Did he do it yet? He told you Mexico gonna pay for that funk ass wall over there. Did they motherfucking pay for it yet? He told you gonna raise motherfucking minimum wage. Did he do it yet? He was gonna lower the motherfucking price on prescription drugs. Did he do it yet? But she need to motherfucking explain something. She don't ever talk about her. Yes, she motherfucking do. You just don't want a motherfucking hit. That lady told you she trying to get $25,000 the motherfucker you trying to buy home. Trying to build 3 more motherfucking million homes. Trying to lower the drug prices for everybody, not just the elderly. Trying to get tax cut to the middle motherfucking class. That like trying to no tax on tips or whatever the hell it is. That lady telling you what she trying to motherfucking do. You just don't want a motherfucking hit.
Okay, now not that last one was what Trump's trying to do, but anyway, I do love it. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's an amazing idea. As someone who was a server before, we already don't make the same amount because we're supposed to be relying on tips. I think it's a great strategy to make sure that individuals who are in the food service industry, especially those who are forward sensing, so doors forward looking, so point of service, like you have whoever is your server or the person who puts in your order, those tips should not be taxed, girl. I'm doing this work already at a low amount, okay? So I am going to give that to Donald Trump. I was listening to his speech about that. He was thinking, everybody loves it. It's a great thing. The servers love it. Baristas love it. Everybody loves it. Everybody wants it. I mean, I ain't a server, but I used to be a server, and I never understood why it shouldn't be taxed. It should be taxed. So it didn't make any sense to me. But again, go out, vote. I don't care who you vote for. Make sure to utilize your right to vote. It's your civic duty, and it's your livelihood in your life. Okay, let's get on to the next story. Now, speaking of America and what needs to happen, there's tons of changes that need to be made. Okay, I woke up this morning and saw this disturbing story. Now, y'all put your B's in the comments, and you know what? There is a teacher. So I don't know how many people use like the Nextdoor app or something like that, but there's a teacher within my community who's trying to get together like food for families within our county who are like coming to school and they don't have lunch, or there's a deficit in breakfast and all of that. And maybe I'll start next month. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to raise money for her. So she's looking for something specific. I'm going to keep that in mind. But right now, somebody needs to do something about increasing funding for teachers, because we don't get paid enough for this. Now, I'm going to show you all a story about what happened to this teacher, and then let's just have a little bit of discourse about it in the comment section.
Lost vision in her right eye after a student attacked her in Corsicana ISD. She says the student had a violent outburst in a classroom and tossed a wooden hanger at her. Thank you for joining us. I'm Chris Lawrence.
I'm Cynthia Izaguirre. Her injury was so bad she had to be airlifted to the hospital. It happened about 2 weeks ago at Collins Intermediate School. As Janelle Fort reports, the teacher blames lawmakers, specifically Governor Greg Abbott.
During lunch, I heard our behavioral teacher call on the radio to administrators for assistance.
They're the details we've all been waiting to hear.
When I arrived, the teacher and students were outside the classroom.
About what happened to Collins Intermediate Assistant Principal Kendra Rogers in that classroom August 15th.
All right, so I'm going to play the version that wasn't moderated by a news anchor. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to pull this up, because I wanted to at least set the scene for what happened. But I want you all to listen to what happened to her unedited without any of the news anchors talking about it. So viewer discretion is advised, trigger warnings. I'll let her speak.
On Thursday, August 15th, during lunch, I heard our behavioral teacher call on the radio to administrators for assistance. When I arrived, the teacher and students were outside the classroom. One student was holding his head, having been assaulted by the student remaining in the classroom. I entered where the student was still irate and found the room ransacked with overturned furniture. I knew I had to be as calm as possible, and I spoke lowly and slowly so as not to enrage him any further. He picked up a chair and acted as if he would throw it. He finally did throw it at me, but I caught it midair. He picked up another chair to throw at me when another assistant principal entered the room. I used the first chair to block the second. He picked up a third and threw it at the other assistant principal. And I used that initial chair to block the one that he threw at her. After blocking the chair thrown at the other assistant principal, he threw a wooden hanger at me, but I couldn't stop it fast enough. The hanger hit me in my right eye and knocked it out of the socket. I grabbed my face while blood was pouring out of my head and stumbled out of the classroom door. Nurse and 911 were called. I asked for my cell phone to call my husband to come get me, not realizing the extent of the damage. When paramedics arrived, they determined I would need to be airlifted to Parkland Medical Center in Dallas. I underwent surgery as soon as possible, and doctors were able to reinsert my eye. However, they determined I had been blinded and currently believe that my damage is permanent.
Now, I need the BusyBlu Associates teachers, principals, school facilitators. What are methods that you all use? I feel like we need more mental health psychiatrists, mental health workers, peer workers to help out with some. I mean, as much as I know she was probably trained in de-escalation, I think we need mental health services. We need mental health. This woman doesn't even have an eye anymore. She can't see. It's very saddening. It's disheartening. And we just need to use different methods. We need different people in the classroom. It's too hard. Kid Carter from DC said, "Oh no, this is why I got out of the classroom. I can't even imagine. You think you going to work one day? You went in there listening to, give me a. What would I be? I mean, I'm a neo soul girly, so when I'm going into work, I'm get NDRE kind of hype. NDRE kind of gets me through the morning. You get done with your NDRE, and then boom, you got no eyes. You got no eyes. Can you imagine? I don't even know what the healthcare system looking like for teachers. This is crazy, y'all. So prayers out to that woman. Prayers out to her family. I hope she gets everything that she deserves. I hope they sue the dog out of that school district, the parent as well, and then whomever dropped the ball on the mental health aid that student clearly needed throughout this time period within school. I don't know, y'all. Put y'all information. Put your thoughts in the comments. How y'all feel about mental health services in schools? Do you think we need more de-escalators? Are they someone that needs to be involved? Understanding, I don't know, social services is a part of this young person's family's life. Should that take a hold into then if they need assistance throughout the school year? I don't know, because then some people are like, well, we don't want to have to deal with the stigma of one person walking around with a mental health services person, but this one clearly needed it. This one clearly needed it. Like, I don't know. Y'all put it in the comments. Let's move on to the next story. This story it's just interesting to me. So, I mean, I guess the way to get over is to get under. Meg Thee Stallion did a couples challenge with Tory Craig. When did she start seeing someone? My question is, when you start, you'll see that nose. Yes, God. But they did the couples challenge.
Arrested. Who's the better kisser? Who said I love you first? Who starts the most arguments?
When did they become a couple? When did she start sleeping with somebody else? I just don't get it. And what is her obsession with Tories? Let's clock that T. Can we clock that T? No shade to you. First of all, I thought it was Glorilla when she first came on. But let's clock that T. What is her obsession with Tories? And I'm very concerned for all the Tories around the world. What is her obsession with Tories? Why she keep going out with Tories? Didn't we see that Leprechaun Lanes was not the best for you? And now you're going on with another one. Now this one is cutie. He like got his own hairline, and that nose is very attractive to me. It's something about it. It's just something about it. Okay, but let's collect that tea. What is her obsession with Tories? I don't know. Did y'all know that Megan Thee Stallion was dating? You were on tour. When do you even have the time? I don't know. You make time for what you want. And then last story up, y'all. Y'all know I'm not the person who likes to cover all of the Diddy stuff, but it seems like Diddy finally, after all of these months, have decided that he wants to do some defense on the Little Rod case that, I mean, after Cassie's case, kind of helped dismantle his empire, quote unquote. It says Little Rod isn't backing down after Diddy filed a motion to dismiss his $30 million case against the disgraced drag him to Jasmine Brand. Disgraced Bad Boys Records founder. Little Rod is speaking out about what life is like, accusing Diddy of DURUGGIing and sexually assaulting him. He said of Diddy in an interview with Rolling Stone Tuesday, that was yesterday, he's a monster. He'll do whatever is necessary to get exactly what he wants. He doesn't take no for an answer. He told me himself, I'll smack my mama, not my mama, not your own mother. Anybody who could say that even jokingly is a monster. He's nothing to be played with. For a person whose brand is Love Records, y'all, I brewed coffee today and some of the grinds got out and it is really bothering me. Whose brand is Love Records and changed their name to Love and changed their kid Love and named their kid Love. He doesn't show love. It's just marketing. Little Rod opened up about the time that he was at Diddy's home for Thanksgiving dinner, noting that everyone in attendance had signed a non-disclosure agreement, an NDA. He alleged that Diddy invited him and someone named D. Forrest to the bathroom, invited him to do cocaine, which Little Rod said he was afraid to do. Don't do it. Don't do it, girl. Do not do it. Y'all, shout out to Christopher Taylor. Put your B's in the comments for Christopher Taylor. You're keeping this ragged ass show afloat. Good morning, Chris. Y'all, shout out to Christopher Taylor and whomever got the memberships. He added that he believes that he had been blackballed in the industry due to Diddy's influence. Because of the lawsuit, sorry, let me make sure, most people don't want to come near working with me for whatever reasons, whatever they've been in partnership with Puff, or they want to just sit back and see what happens. These are for you, Chris. He's a gatekeeper in the music industry, and in this industry, to be successful, you have to have worked with someone like him or Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, all misogynist. Yikes. Yikes. Okay, well, that's that on that, y'all. To read more about it, it's in the Rolling Stone article. Make sure that you go read up on that. I have to get to work because I have a lot of stuff that I'm doing, y'all. How do y'all feel about what is going on with the candidacy and Trump walking all over our soldiers' bodies in order to take photo ops? How do you feel about that teacher in Texas who is out here blind because someone is having a hard time regulating their emotions? And what are the outlets and resources available for teachers and for staff and students to regulate their emotions in some sort of new de-escalation format? How do y'all feel about what's going on with Meg Thee Stallion, girl? I thought you was on tour. Now you are here with some man. That's really crazy to me. And then how y'all feel about what's going on with this Diddy case? For him to sit here and try to push back, girl, it's too much evidence out there, girly. It's too much evidence out there, girly. I want to say a major shout out. Put your B's in the comments for Christopher Taylor. Thank you so much for the memberships. And then congratulations to those who got memberships. I hope it's everything that you're looking for. We do a lot in the membership section. You get some recipes. You get a little bit of story times. I think I'm about to do a story time about something that happened, but I'm going to keep that on the hush and y'all be able to see it in the members only. And then a glimpse into my real life. Let me get out of here. Oh, Haru. But you know what, Haru? You are a dedicated employee, so you are late. But we're going to let it slide. You're one of the rare ones. You're one of the rare ones. That being said, if you all want to know more about me and everything else I have going on, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space, no E. You can also find me on Twitch, BusyBlu, where this should definitely be streaming right now. I hope everybody has an amazing hump day. I'm about to go get busy, and you all stay busy. Till next time.
Are you ready for your medicine?
James?
No, my name is Joey.
You're James, my son.
No, I'm not your son.
Oh, forgive me. I wanted to write a $2 million check for him.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm James.
Really?
Yes,
But you told me you were no.
because I was pranking you, Dad.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah. So where's the check?
How's Amy?
Amy is fine. Don't worry. Can we focus on the money before you start to remember?
Remember what?
Never mind. Back to Amy.
Why didn't you bring her?
She's writing her exam in school.
My cat is in school?
Oh, Amy is a cat.
You sound surprised.
No. I'm not surprised. I just remembered what Amy told me.
What did she say?
She was happy you were writing the 2 million check for me.
Well, do you have a pen?
Yeah. Here you go.
Yeah? What's going on here?
Oh, we are playing acting games. Are you ready for
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, BusyBlu, and we are back.
Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you'll love